I'll be honest with you guys, I love coffee, and therefore I have really the perfect place at the moment. I'm standing in front of the recycle bar of Nespresso, and I'm really happy that I'm joined by Mark. He's the Managing Director of Nespresso Germany.
Correct.
Thanks a lot for having us, and welcome at the GREENTECH Festival, Mark.
You're very welcome, Clemens, and please enjoy the coffee.
Thank you very much. Mark, obviously the GREENTECH Festival is all about going green. Why are you an exhibitor at the GREENTECH Festival, and what makes it so special for you?
For us, this is really an exciting platform. You know, with if you look around, tons of quality products, strong innovation, and a very clear focus on sustainability. And I think those are exactly the core elements of what Nespresso stands for as well. That's what we bring here and try to get across, and also get a lot of inspiration from others to see how we can do even better on this journey.
And what is your product portfolio you are presenting at the GREENTECH Festival?
Well, so what you see is not only the coffee. So we have a trilogy. So Nespresso is focusing on machines, on coffee, and on services. And if you look around, there's a couple of very new machines. So we have, for instance, Vertuo machine, which allows for one capsule to make a large pot of coffee for sharing. We also bought a prototype machine where, this is a machine with a completely different approach when it comes to reusing recycled material for the machine itself. Yeah. It's made out of recycled plastics, and also has a longevity of more than 20,000 cups of coffee. So we're also looking at how can a machine last longer and then through that way also contribute.
Okay, that's super interesting. And what are your efforts to close the resources circle for your products you're presenting?
Yeah, so closing the loop is for us is really the challenge. So of course we get a lot of questions around what about the capsules? If you look at the entire, let's say, footprint of coffee systems, packaging is actually only a small fraction, also applies for us. But still, it's often in the spotlight. Why do we have capsules and what to do with it? And it's not only for quality reasons that we choose this material to really keep the coffee fresh from light, air, and moist. It's also a journey we're making. So, for instance, here at this GREENTECH Festival, we're presenting also the first capsules out of recycled aluminium. So we're rolling this out. So no longer new, but recycled material to produce a coffee capsule. And of course, we're pushing the message that it is recyclable. And a lot of people don't know that you can dispose of it in Germany, for instance, here in the yellow bin infrastructure, which is one of the best infrastructures in the world. So
yeah, of course.
It's actually super easy.
And how much of the recycled aluminium is in the capsules?
So the capsules that we've now developed, so the technical teams have been working on this for a couple of years. It's not so easy because it needs to be food safe. It needs to work in the machine, which was originally designed for new material. And so this is quite a journey. That's more complex than you may think. So we've now reached 80% recycled aluminium, and out of that, more than 3/4 of that is actually from post-consumption aluminium. So they were maybe beverage cans or other products before. So a great journey we're going there. We're not finished, but it's a major step in the industry that we make there.
Yeah, of course. So the capsules are one big important part of your journey, I would say. How is about shipping and transporting? I mean, this is also like a big challenge as well, right?
Yeah. So, well, it all starts on plantation level, of course, and there too we develop and have a lot of initiatives where we work together with people like Rainforest Alliance to work on biodiversity, or with fair trade to make sure that there's the right pricing for farmers, or that we develop a pension fund for them. But then also across that entire value chain, we look at every step, how can we make that more sustainable? And in fact, if you look at the 3 scopes when it comes to CO2 neutrality, scope 1 and 2, we are already for a couple of years CO2 neutral. And that's quite an accomplishment actually. And we're now fully focusing on the 3rd scope, which also has to do, of course, with the recycling at the end of enjoying a cup of coffee.
Of course, but obviously the most important thing is the farming, right? Getting coffee. How do you ensure that the farming is as ecological as possible?
Yeah. So there too, there's a few things we do. So since over 20 years already, most people don't know that, but we've been working with Rainforest Alliance and currently with over 100,000 farmers worldwide in 15 coffee-producing countries. So if you think about the the scale of that, we can really achieve something with that scale. And especially, like I mentioned, with biodiversity programs, water management as well on the plantations, we see that we can really make steps into preventing erosion, to preventing the use of pesticides through the biodiversity. You know, you create more wildlife, more birds, and you have less insects that affect the coffee, as an example.
What is important for you as a person about going more green, going more in the sustainable direction?
Yeah. For me, it's not even an option or a choice. You know, I do it because I find it really important.
Yeah.
I lived on a boat for a couple of years, for instance, and there you really are close to what's nature and environment, and you really start to be very aware of quality of life and how we take care of the planet. So for me, when I joined Nespresso, I was actually impressed by all the programs that they were doing already for so long. And here, as responsible in the market, I can close the loop. So I want to take that personal opportunity, have that personal motivation to really contribute, closing the loop by getting every capsule back that people have enjoyed.
Super exciting stuff. And right now, obviously, we are standing at the GREENTECH Festival 2021. What do you expect from the GREENTECH Festival?
Well, it's in fact, a sharing platform for us. So we love to share what we're doing when it comes to sustainability, but we also want to demonstrate that we're open to conversation, open to new impulses. We're thinking about how can we increase this recycling rate? How can we close that loop? Should we develop new services around that? Should we give you a link to a coffee farmer? If you bring back your capsules, you also help to contribute a farmer for his pension fund, as an example. So if there's anyone out here with a great idea, please come to us. We're here to exchange our thoughts and to do even better.
And what did you learn so far at the GREENTECH Festival?
Well, first of all, how much fun it is to be at an event again. I mean, look at us talking. No longer in a square screen and sitting still.
The first 2 or 3 minutes are quite.
You have to get into it a little bit, but you see, everyone enjoying. I think we have a great vehicle for that with coffee, to bring the socializing back again into the world. And so I'm personally really enjoying the fact that we can be, out there and speaking to people again. And at the same time, I'm really impressed about, what I see here is a mix of, small, great ideas, startups, but also big companies who have an impact, like ourselves, who can share thoughts, and we start to realize we need to do this together. And that for me is the important takeout.
And what gives you hope for the future if you are seeing all these innovations in the right direction?
Well, I think creativity and technology will enable a lot, and that's what you sense here. It's in the DNA of the GREENTECH Festival. So I am convinced that in the current times, this is the moment where we can make the difference. We have the means, we have the technology, we have the brains, and we just need to focus and put it to work. And that's my hope, and also it's going to be my personal effort.
Thank you very much, Mark. It was a pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the best.
You're welcome. Come back for an iced coffee later.
I get a coffee later. Thank you very much.